Hey treasure hunters, how's it going? Yeah, so we're out here today, gonna hit this spot again. This is my 1850s site. As much as I know, that's the oldest relic I've found here. 1850 tomback button. But yeah, gonna hit the spot real nice today. Change it up a little bit, try to find those smaller, more elusive things again. So I'm gonna keep coming here, like I said, until I either get bored or this place is searched out. Now, I wanted to mention something because yesterday I uploaded a video. I came in here and I got a comment, and I'm really glad I got that comment because this is an educational channel. My channel is for you. I'm here to educate you. If I just wanted to come in and search and relic hunt and all that stuff for my own purposes, I wouldn't have these videos. There would be no need, okay? So these videos are for you. This is educational. So the comment yesterday on yesterday's video was, I'm a sloppy digger. Okay. Yes, I am a sloppy digger. And there's a reason why I'm a sloppy digger. And, you know, this is the opportunity that having these videos, I'm able to share with you why I do certain things. Now, remember, I've been hunting sites just like this. Old, abandoned, original homesteader sites since I was 10 years old. That was in 1982. So, imagine how many home sites I have searched. Now, I was in the military, and I've searched all over the United States, everywhere I was stationed in the Marine Corps and in the Army, plus outside of the country in other worldly locations. So, but imagine how many home sites just like this I have had the opportunity of searching, and a lot. So because of that, you learn certain experiences. You know, you gain knowledge, and it's that knowledge that, you know, it's inside my brain, but I understand you all probably don't understand it completely yet. Because you're not out here doing it like I am every day. I don't know if you guys have ever completely relic hunted and removed every single target from a location like I have. That requires a lot of time, okay? I've been coming to this site for 2 years now, and you see what I'm still pulling up. That's a lot of stuff. Now, the comment yesterday was, I'm a sloppy digger, and I take that to mean, and he also went on to say that, you know, in this profession we have to be ambassadors, and yeah, there is a code, a metal detector's code, about filling in your holes and stuff like that, right? Yeah, I agree to that to an extent. Now, I'm not going to follow that code 100%. I didn't write it. It's not my code. They're not out here with me. They don't have my experience. And here's what I gathered from that comment, being a sloppy digger. Here's a hole I dug yesterday. You see that? Little bits of chunks. You see it? It's not filled in all the way. It's not completely patted down. It's not manicured. It's not, you know, all pretty. This isn't a park. This isn't a school playground, okay? Now, there's a reason why I'm doing this, okay? And I'm going to show you that throughout the rest of this video and teach you why I don't completely fill in all these holes and manicure them, okay? So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the first hole, okay? And throughout this video, you're going to learn a new tactic, okay, that makes sense. I do it without even thinking about it, but I'm glad this commenter noticed it and then gave me an opportunity to teach you something new, okay? And it makes a difference in your hunts. So we'll see you on the first hole. Let's check that out. See you in a minute. Just pulled up a nice little button. It sounded really bad. But look what we're finding. We're starting to find the smaller stuff. Yeah. Getting rid of that iron. Coming in iron relic mode and getting rid of all that iron leaves room for that to be discovered. You can't really find that stuff without removing the iron. Nope, nope. Alright, now, I don't want to fill this hole in all the way. I don't want to... See, when it rains, rain's going to fill into this hole now that it's exposed, right? All that soil around it is hard. Okay? Soil science. And I learned this in my tree service business. If you take and plug holes in the ground, it's just like aeration at home for your grass. What's going to happen is this is going to fill up with water. It's going to expand into that outer soil, and it's going to expand this hole even bigger. It's going to loosen it up. It's going to aerate it. I don't want to pack this hole completely packed, brand new. I don't. I want it to be able to fill up with water and expand this area so that it loosens up the soil around it and makes it easier to detect later on. So yeah, if you want to call me a sloppy digger, that's exactly what I am, because that's a tactic that I've used and I know it works. When I say, you know, I gotta wait until the ground settles, that's what I'm talking about. What's gonna happen is that's gonna fill up right there. It's gonna leave a little depression. It's gonna settle in there, but that water's gonna fill up that hole and it's gonna expand into the outer area, making a larger aerated area. Okay? That's just soil science. Alright? Moving on. See ya. Hey, we got a nice little 62 signal here. Interesting that I missed it. Then again, you know, there are so many signals in this ground. It just takes a while to get everything. A long while. Alright, I'm gonna bet it's in here. Oops. Oh, come on. Come on, break apart. There you go. What are we gonna get? Creepy crawlers coming out of there. I feel it. It's a ring. Just a rigging ring. Yep. Can't tell if that was a bit or just a regular old rigging ring. Yeah, alright. Nice little relic. We don't want to fill these in tight. Okay? That's the lesson for today. If you're not in a park, if you're out here in the woods like this, don't fill these in tight. Don't stomp them down, because you want that water to fill it up and expand the area. Loosen up the area. That's what we call soil maintenance, you know? You just want to loosen up the whole entire area. Imagine this area being so compact. You know, it's harder to detect when the soil is compact. You know, it's much easier when the soil's aerated and, you know, all the relics and stuff can be easily heard. So, alright. Tip of the day. Moving on. See ya. Something here. .5 inches deep. And it's ringing up about 75. Is this our first coin? There's only one way that I've learned to get at these very small, elusive targets. And that's exactly the methods that I use and show you in my videos. Got some roots in there. It was deep, so, and it could be iron. I think that's a rock. Yeah, down to the hard, compact clay down there now. Alright, let's scan that. Let's see if we got it. Alright, let me find this, I'll get back to you. It's very elusive. Yeah, when I tell you my methods work, they work. It's tried and true. You see how deep this hole is? Yeah, so this object was about 7.5 inches deep or so. And let me show you what it was. It's this tiny little thing that no way, no how you would be able to find if you hadn't cleaned out the iron relics that were laying around on top of it, because it's going to pick up iron first. That is a little piece of buckshot lead. No telling how old that is. Nice, isn't it? It's a little relic. We'll clean that up. Nice little piece of lead. Tiny. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Alright. Very, very hard to find. Yeah, I had to go to relic mode. Relic mode picked it up quick and easy. Coin and jewelry mode missed it when it was on the surface. Missed it completely. But it heard it 7.5 inches deep. So that's a good sign. Alright, moving on. See, got an 18 signal. It's really, really choppy. It could just be a piece of scrap metal. Like a, what you call it? Mason top piece, broken end or a broken piece to it. Or 18, it could be a button. Let's find out. It was really, yeah, that's why. Really, really bad signal, and that's why. Because it is flat iron, and it probably was laying on its side, so the detector was reading it as like a coin signal. It gave a high tone, and then it was chunky because it is chunky piece of iron. Yep. Alright, moving on. See ya. Here's a 22 signal that's given just about the same kind of bad it's not locking on that well. It's just kind of giving me a high tone and then thinking it's iron, but let's see what it is. You don't want to dismiss a signal. Yeah, see? Shotgun shell that was laying upside down. Yeah, giving a really bad signal, but a signal. Yeah, you gotta dig them, you know? Gotta dig them. Alright, moving on. See ya. Well, I just pulled this up, and look what came up with it. Nice cork top bottle. It's too bad that's gone. I don't see any mold marks. Oh, yep, yeah, I do. It does have a mold. One continuous seam. Nice. Two-piece mold. Alright. Let's see what this thing is. That is just very interesting. I don't know. Looks like a lock mechanism or something. The strap for a lock, I don't know. Interesting piece. Definitely has some age. Huh. Yeah, well, it's really unrecognizable as anything that anybody would want to display, I would say. And it's broken, so. Oh well, moving on. See ya. Yeah, well, we got us another shoe. Nice little shoe. That's about an average size, actually. Yep. This would be the right front. Yeah. See how it's straighter over here and it flares out a little bit more on that side? Yep. If it was the rear shoe, it would flare out at the back ends, but okay, moving on. See ya. Yeah, we got a 72 signal here. It's a little shaky, but interesting enough to get in there and take a peek. Oh, yep, there it is. Something iron. Here I go, being a sloppy digger again. Hey, you know, I don't care. I'll dig a hole 30 feet deep if I have to. I'm gonna get that relic out. Alright. I don't know, just a band. Just a piece of iron band. Full in coin and jewelry mode. Yep. Alright, moving on. See ya. Yeah, we got a big 80-90 signal in coin and jewelry mode right here. Yeah, that's why. Laying flat right on the ground. Okay, moving on. I still got a lot of iron in here. As you can see, I should still be using relic mode, but I'm going to try out coin and jewelry today and just see if I can hear through that stuff a little bit better, but we'll see. Alright, moving on. 22 signal sounds like a shotgun shell. Or something else. Yeah, no telling. It might be a mushed shotgun shell, I don't know. Fragment of something. Alright, rescan that, move on. Nice little 18 signal. Probably a shotgun shell. anything 16, 17, 18, 19, up to the 20s, even sometimes the 30s. Usually shotgun shells. And they just have this unique thud about it. Or what sounds a lot like a shotgun shell is a broken up piece of mason top. Yep. Okay, moving on. See ya. Big 80-90 signal could be one of two things. It could be a plate steel, flat, faking out the detector, thinking it's a coin, or it could be a nice silver coin. It's a big signal. Really haven't detected over this way too much in the past. So, yeah, see how that was laying flat like that? That would give a high tone signal because of its flatness. That computer thinks it's a coin. Yeah, but the key is that it gives it such a high tone, 80s and 90s. That's pretty easy to tell you that it's probably just junk. Alright, moving on. See ya. Now we got an overload signal. Usually a chunk of iron. And a big root. Yep. It's a can top. Alright, moving on. See ya. Now we got a big, noisy 71 signal. And prickers. This was ringing up really loud. It wants to be found. Alright, magic moment. Sounded a little bit too big to be a coin. Huh. Is it deeper? Didn't sound that deep, but I guess it could be. I'm not seeing anything. It sounded like it was close. Don't see anything, do you? Alright, let's scan that. Had to get it by now. Prickers in there, lots of prickers. Much deeper. Wow, that's a big, loud signal for such a deep object. Oh, it's big. I can't even move it with my shovel. Big piece of iron will not move. We're gonna have to dig a big hole. Alright, let me dig this out and show you what I find. Yeah, just a modern shotgun shell. It was sitting way over here. It was pinpointing right there. Look at the distance. Tell me there isn't something wrong with going in jewelry mode. Yeah, it's picking it up at the end of the coil, but it's saying it's right here in the middle. Yeah, that's an issue. Alright, moving on. I got something coming up. It was really deep. Big chunk of iron. Huh. That is fabulous. I don't know what it is. Looks like another jack, doesn't it? Or jack stand. Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think it's a jack stand. That's nice. Anybody who collects old automobile stuff would like that. Yep, that is pretty neat. Big chunk of iron. What do you think? Interesting? Yeah, I imagine it went this way. I like it. Alright, moving on. Nice little cork top that's been melted. Yeah. Got a piece of something in here ringing up. I think that's it. Is that a Model T Ford valve stem? Yes, it is. Part of it. Nice. I haven't found one of those in a while. Model T Ford valve stem cap. Yepper. Sweet. Early one, too. Alright, moving on. See ya. Yeah, I'm very convinced this was the barn structure over this way somewhere. Because in here, just tons and tons of iron. I keep getting signals. I keep digging down in there and finding big chunks of iron. And, you know, all around this area, broken glass. Then you get little signals like that. I don't know what that is yet. It's got some kind of writing on it. Let's clean that up real quick and see what it is. Be right back at you. Can you read it? It says square snuff. That's one of those little snuff containers. Or at least the top to it. Very, very fragile. I do not want to ruin this because of that. That is a perfect example of a square snuff brand. I've never found anything like that before. Really cool. It's definitely the top. And wherever the bottom is. Nice. I like that. Very, very cool. Yep. Moving on. See ya. Now, so I'll show you what I do with things like this. Very fragile things like that that I do not want to get crushed and broken. I carry a little first aid kit in here. Ugh, bugs in my mouth. And I carry a medical tape with me. So keep the dirt in stuff like that. And all you gotta do is just wrap it up, okay? Just give it a good wrap. And just hold it together. This is going to protect it. It's going to keep it from falling apart. That's it. Just like that. Now that's nice and protected. And then you don't want to put it in your bag full of large iron objects. You want to put that someplace where it's going to, you know, not get squashed and crushed and stuff like that. But that is a nice relic. Alright, we'll research that and figure out what the date is on it, because who knows? You know, that could be 1800s, that could be 1900s, 1910, 20, 30, 40, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright, see ya. Just dug something interesting. Have you take a look with me. Huh. That is pretty fancy looking. I think I found one of these the other day, but it didn't have all the front mechanical work on it like this one does. Well, now I have two of these. Look at that. Doesn't that look like some kind of lock or something? That's going to make a nice display relic just for curiosity's sake. Really neat looking. Has square nuts on it. I don't know. I'm betting a part to a Model T. One of the instruments or something. I don't know. It turned something on the back, didn't it? It probably had a knob on the front or something. Well, let's keep that. Let's clean it up. Let's research it and see what we can figure out. But yeah, that's a nice little relic. Interesting. What I've learned is, you know, I find relics. Yeah, that's my job. That's what I do for a living. I find them. I don't necessarily have to collect them. I don't have to clean them all up and make them beautiful and turn them into something. No, I don't have to do that stuff. Matter of fact, I don't really want to do that stuff. What I want to do is I want to save these relics from being lost to history forever. And that's why I come in. I'm in the very first part of the chain of relics. The very first part. I'm the guy who finds the stuff. People will purchase this stuff, or, you know, I trade people, you know, for other things, or I give stuff away. Whatever it is, this relic that I find is back into the world. It's got a second life, and whoever does something with it figures it out. What did it go to? Is it significant? Cleans it up, displays it in a nice diorama or something like that. That's great. That's my hope. But my job is just to find the stuff. And finding it, to me, is the most important aspect, because if you don't find it, it doesn't exist and it's lost forever. So pulling it up out of the ground for someone else to display is great. That's what I get out of this. That's my kudos, you know. So I just really like finding them and sharing the history as much as I can. And alright, so I'm just taking a little break. This humidity is just sapping all my energy. But alright, let's move on, see what else we can find. See you on the next hole. Neat little object. I don't know what it was. Don't know what it went to. Yep. Moving on. Well, here's a 32 signal. Let's see what that is. Get that out of the way. Didn't sound too bad. Of course, it's just a piece of iron strap. Nothing on it. Alright, I'll rescan that and make sure that's what I was hearing, but I'm sure it is. Alright, moving on. See ya. Yeah, got us a little mule shoe. Just kind of picking through here, just listening for every little tone I could get. But it has to have that swing back tone. If it doesn't, then I'm just leaving it alone until the very end, when I'm just kind of all out of relics at this spot. But right now, I'm still finding shotgun shells. And if you're still finding shotgun shells, that's a good sign. If you can find them at all, that's a good sign too. Especially in this really, really trashy area. I wish you could be here. I wish you could drop your detector on this spot. This is one of the most trashiest sites I have ever hunted in my life. You cannot swing your detector without hearing 1,000 signals in your head. There's so much stuff in the ground here. So many signals are coming through that you gotta have a game plan for it. You have to. And the first part of my game plan is just come in, relic mode, pull out all that big stuff, and then get in with coin and jewelry, and then start plucking out the smaller stuff, the little more, the harder signals to hear, because that's a 10-inch coil, and you know that's a wide scan, but it can be done very easily. You just have to get all that iron out, and that's what I'm doing still. I just picked up another shoe. So there's still iron in here, lots of it, big iron, and there's still tons and tons of small pieces of everything. So, and it masks the signals, the good signals. It breaks them up. You're not going to come through a site like this and hear a perfect signal. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be shaky because there's so many other signals next to it. But slow. Gotta go slow and listen. And yeah, take your time. Alright, moving on. See ya. So I'm getting a single beep signal in here, and out popped this. A couple things popped out. We got a nice jar top, mason. This was a very active area of the home. Leather, see the little eyelets on it? That went to a boot. And there's the boot heel. More glass. Haven't found the signal I was looking for yet. More glass. Lots of glass. But if you look through the piles of dirt like this, especially in these active areas, just take your time and peer through it a little bit. That's when you start finding the stuff that won't ring up on your detector, like marbles and other things. Wow, there's more shoe down there. That dirt has a really, really odd smell to it. Lots of leather. Pottery. Alright, see if I can locate this signal. More leather. Alright, see ya. Now we got something ringing up here. It's very, very shaky, but it went up to the 30s. That shakiness, if it's not giving you a solid 30 and it's just bouncing around, it could either be that object that's doing it, or it could be 40 other objects within the same area devaluing your good tone signal. The good tone is coming from somewhere, right? And that's our job to figure out what's giving off that good tone. Is it a piece of flat iron? Is it a coin? Is it a button? Or is it like 1,000 pieces of a broken mason top? But that good tone is coming from somewhere. So must find it. Where is it? Lots of nice little glass pieces in here. That's a handle, I think, to something. I'm not seeing anything popping out at me. Aha. That, just little piece of metal like that. Little pieces like that. That could give that signal right there. See that chunk of metal? That could give a high tone. Just one ping. That's all you need is one ping. And that can do it. So let's check it out. but we're deeper. I got a solid signal much deeper. Now it's into the 40s. So that's even a better sign. Let's see if we got it there. That was like another 3 inches of dirt. Probably down about 8 inches right now. That's center, and it's still reading, so I am gonna bet that this signal is right in the sidewall over here. I don't know why coin and jewelry mode does that. I don't know, but it'll pinpoint wrong. And it'll allow the signal to be way over here. Alright, I'm going to have to find this and then get back to y'all, so got some digging to do. Alright, see ya. And here's another thing that happens. I don't know why it happens, but it happens. We're about 10 inches, maybe 11 inches deep right there. I mean, we're down there. And the only thing I found was this. Right now, it's not even, the coil's not even picking it up because it's iron. But because it was deep iron, it gave that nice loud tone. Now, it was only a 40. And it was like a 30 when I first started, and it got better as I got down. I don't know why coin and jewelry mode does that. Relic mode would have simply identified that as a piece of iron, and it wouldn't have fooled me. I don't know why coin and jewelry mode does that. Deep objects, deep iron objects. I don't know what this is. What do you think? It's kind of neat looking. That's actually my second one that I found today that looks just like that. I don't know if you saw the first one, but yeah. Interesting. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to clean them up and see what they are. I'm thinking something for furniture. Yeah. Alright, moving on. See ya. It's a lot of digging for that one little piece. Now that's an interesting relic right there. Look at that. Now, you know, I'll keep this. You want to know why? Because if you set this on a table or something like that, it'll stand up kind of cockeyed like this, and you can rest a picture against it, a picture frame or something like that, and it could be repurposed. It says something. That's the other reason why I'm keeping it. Can't read it right now, but it says something, and it has a number 9. D8 or 36. I think that's the date. 36. Yeah. Interesting little piece. It could be repurposed into something else. So that's a relic that is salvageable. Nice little shape. You can do something with it. Clean it up. It has writing. Nice. Alright, moving on. Now we got a big 92 signal. 92. Probably iron, flat iron. But we're looking for relics. So, gotta dig it. get something off of that? Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. That's got that pink kind of creamy look to it. Huh. I'm quite certain that this is going to be iron. There's no telling how deep I gotta go. But let's check in here before we get too deep. Not seeing anything. Let's scan it. Find out where that big old 92 signal's coming from. We'll have to switch it. It's probably out. I just can't read it. Nothing. Alright. Well, no idea. Moving on. So I removed this big plate of steel, which I'm shocked is still there. It was sitting right over here. And then I got this signal, which is a spoon, and I hit it, but even though I hit it, this spoon can still tell us a lot. Its design, its end design, and if there's anything written on it, it can give us a good clue, a good indication of a date. And look at that, window pane. Window glass can also give you a good clue as to age. If there's any kind of air bubbles in it or anything like that. This is probably original glass from the home, one of the windows. Now its location is a clue, especially so much of it. There was probably a window right here. So documenting this can give you a good idea of how the house sat. Yeah, and there's nails. Square nail. Nice. Alright. So most likely there was a window here. I'm leaving that there. I'm not leaving that there. Nice. Alright, a lot of information out of that one little hole. Alright, moving on. See ya. Now we're getting some kind of shaky signal here. Let's take a peek. Yeah, there it is. It's another spoon. Oh, this one's kind of small. Little small spoon. Neat. That's probably what I was hearing, for sure. I imagine we're in the kitchen area. I would say this would probably be the kitchen. Yeah, lots of spoons. Alright, moving on. Yeah, another nice tone right here. Let's see what we get. What's that? Is that a razor? Oh, wow. That is a nice old knife. Super. Still got one side on it. Missing the other side. I'll have to search in here for it. Why are they always missing a side? That's a nice knife. You know, the problem with these knives is you gotta open the blade, and right at the end of the blade where it meets the knife is where they have the maker's marks. Made in USA or whatnot. Let's see if we can read this plate. It's probably a case. And if it is a case, that's the only way to tell its age, is to open it up and look at the blade. It doesn't say. That's nice though, isn't it? Beautiful little knife. Imagine that's Bakelite. Huh. Let's see if we can find this other piece. If it's in here. I have my doubts. There's a reason why they're on the ground. People lose them, but people also throw them away when they're broken. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere in there. There's a mason. Ugh, bummer. Missing. Alright, well, at least we got the knife. Moving on. See ya. Got another nice signal right next to that. Wow, this spot in here is loaded. I'm just going really slow. Magic moment didn't reveal anything, did it? It was a pretty high signal, so might be deep iron. Alright, let's scan that, see if we can find it. It was small, tiny signal. Nice. Listen to this. Oh, do we have our first coin? I think we do. I think we do. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, bummer. Yeah. I don't know what they use those for, but I find those all the time at old home sites. I don't know. It's something to do with the house. Because I'm right on top of the house structure, right where the house sat. So this would have came right off the house. I don't know. I don't know. If y'all know what that could have been used for. It was something on the house. Let me know, because I find these all the time and they always fool me. I always think they're a coin. Alright, moving on. See ya. Now we got something in this plug ringing up. It's a little shaky. Whew, mosquitoes. Oh my goodness. They're tearing me up. Get off me. Well, you know, I'm not seeing anything. Didn't sound great, but alright, I'm gonna have to scan it. Put these headphones on. It's shaky. I can't get a good lock on it. Vines. Some kind of iron in there. Well, it was giving me a good signal. Aha. Got something in my hand. Something. Small. Man, these vines. Huh. Lost it. Alright. It's small, whatever it is. Huh. Oh boy. There it is. Oh my goodness. Mason top piece. Ugh. Okay. Got a nice little signal here. Probably a mason top, I would imagine. Sounds like it. Lots of roots in there. Oh yeah, it sounded like it. Wow. Okay, come on. Oh yeah, this one doesn't want to come out. My goodness. Do you see that? Do you see it? Do you know what that is? That is a Model T Ford valve stem cap. Our second one for the day, but this one is in really nice shape. Beautiful shape. Look at that. Model T Ford valve stem cap. Oh yeah. Nice. Beautiful. Nice relic. 1908 to 1927. Sweet. Moving on. See ya. Got a nice 24 signal right in here. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah. If we can get it. That root's pretty tough. And you know, I don't think I have my axe on me because I had taken it out of my bag to sharpen it and reseal it with linseed oil, and I did not put it back in my bag. So, we're stuck using the shovel, trying to get through roots. That's okay. We'll get it. What'd I say this was? 22 signal or something like that? I don't remember. What I like to do is just, I know it's going to be right underneath it because I can see it. Oh, I see it. What is that? A light bulb? This has got to be the newest thing I've found here. That's a light bulb. Interesting. Interesting indeed. It's got Bakelite on it. That's probably from the 40s. So yeah. It could be from the 30s too. They had Bakelite from what? The 20s, I think it was? Mostly in the 30s and 40s. That piece right there is Bakelite on the end. And stainless steel. So, I don't know. We'll have to research that and figure it out. Yep. Alright. Moving on. See ya. And look what I just found. It was a 40 signal. It's iron. And it's iron. It's an iron. Yep. Yep, broken handle. But nice chunk of iron right there. That'll clean up nice. Yep. Yeah, I've made up my mind with all my irons. I got quite a few of them. I am going to take and just weld on some handles. As authentic as I can make them. And just make them original again. And yeah. Because it's a shame that the handles are broken off. Yep. So we can repurpose these and put them back into the antique shops, but they need to have handles on them. That's a nice piece right there. That's got to be a 3-pounder, maybe 4. Nice. All right, moving on. We'll see ya. Yeah. So I just got this signal right here. Mason top. This is an Atlas. Boyd's actually. Yeah, Boyd's cap. Boyd's with an S. So we can date that. Nice. But look what else came up. Look at this. That is my first complete bottle at this site. And it's cracked. Ugh. I can save that though. See the bottom of it? No embossing. Nothing on it. Little cork top medicine. Whoops. Nice though. Nothing. There's a little seal on the bottom. Can't really tell. I think it's like a diamond shape. And a 2. Nice. Nice. But, oh, where there's one, there's usually more. Alright, so we got 2 nice little pieces right there. Sweet. Alright, moving on. See ya. And we got an overload signal right here. I'll have you dig it with me. Overload can be pretty much anything. Mason top to a flat piece of iron. Whatever it is, it's big. and it's moving. I like overload signals because you never know what you're gonna get. There it is, right there. Got a hold of it. Looks like a plow. Maybe. Oh, and it's in there. Yeah, that's a plow. Yep, plow blade. Find those everywhere all the time. That's a nice one. Broke off. Yep, see ya. Got another overload signal. Those can always be something good, you know, a Model T Ford jack, a saw, an axe, or junk, but they could be good. Let's check it out. It's deep. I felt it. Okay, what you gonna be? There it is. A piece of metal. Yeah, no idea. No idea. Oh well. You know, I think this was the well over here. I've been searching around this spot. I think that was the well. It wasn't stone lined or anything, but that's a big hole. Yeah, huge. A tree wouldn't leave a hole that big. You know, there's plenty of holes around here that trees have left their mark, like that. But that over there, I think that's the well. So I'm going to put that on my map, document that, and see what I can figure out. Okay, so we identified a window and possibly the well today. So that just adds to the mystery of this place. But I'm building a foundation. I'm learning what this place looked like from what's found in the ground. It's very, very neat. And I hope y'all are using that method, because you can learn a lot about a place. Alright, let's go find some more treasure. See ya. Going that way. We got something ringing up. Kind of bouncy. But I went up to 65. Shotgun shell. Yep. Junk. But we got a guy on our YouTube site, our YouTube channel there, that apparently knows how to figure out the date on these. So why don't you share with the group and send me a message and teach me your method so I can date these. I know they're probably only from the 20s, 30s, 40s. I don't know if they date back any further than that, but I save all of these. So, yeah. Alright, moving on. See ya. You hear that little bit of iron in there? Am I moving it? Look at that. It's a 22 bullet. somebody was back here hunting. Yep. Hasn't even been fired yet. Yeah, dangerous. Alright, moving on. See ya. That's worth a look. Let's see what we get. Probably just scrap, but never know. Oh, tree root got me. Didn't sound deep. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's still in the ground. Let's see. Well, I don't see anything yet. Alright, let me find this and I'll get back to you. Well, I got it out. Now it's giving me an overload. Iron. Let's see if it's anything worth mentioning. It's a big chunk of something. Yeah, just a broken piece of iron. I don't know. Okay, moving on. Here's a 37 signal. It also... prickers. It also gave an overload. I'm sure I got it out. Just not seeing anything. We're gonna have to sweep it. Deeper yet. Aha. Yep. I don't have to dig any further. I already know what's down there. Okay, moving on. What better place to be on a Saturday? Wonderful outside. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Old age. But I find myself stopping and having to take rests and drink more water. I don't know if it's the humidity that gets me or old age. I don't know. I'm almost 50, 4 more years. I imagine that takes a toll on you. Yep. Whew. I found some nice relics today. Definitely saved some good stuff. Model T valve stems and, you know, button and stuff. So nice. I'm not done yet. I'm still going. But I had to stop, take a break. Just feel my energy just getting sapped out of me, and I start moving so slow, and it's like, that's normally not me. I'm that fast kind of hyper guy. So it's got to be age and heat, humidity, two bad combinations. But it helps to do what you enjoy. That keeps you moving. Gotta exercise, gotta do something, you know, and this is how I do my exercising. It is very, very strenuous on the body. Imagine, you know, stooping, bending over, leaping over logs, walking in uneven terrain, digging holes, and just carrying all this weight, and just for hours and hours each day, you know, that's a good workout. Who needs a gym when you got the great outdoors, you know? Alright, so I think I got my energy back a little bit. So let's get back at it. See you on the next hole. Going that way. Nice strong 30 signal. Got this tree in my way. I'll have to go under it. That's the stooping I'm talking about. Okay. Oh no. Yep. Junk. It's good though, because we gotta get that stuff out of there, or else it's gonna give false signals every time you come through. Yep. Just get it out. Get that ground clean so that deep, small objects are easier to be heard. Alrighty, moving on. Nice sounding signal right here. Let's see. Strawberry. See the little strawberry? That's the size of a normal strawberry. Not those grapefruit sized strawberries you buy in the grocery store that they call organic. How do you call a strawberry that's that big organic? That's organic. No growth hormones in that one. But they can do it, I guess. I guess it's legal. Strange. The food we have to eat and the stuff they put in it. And they say it's good for you and healthy. And how can a strawberry that big be healthy for you? I don't know. It's just not natural. Jeez, you know, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. And this is the trouble. When you start finding small objects, they're not so easy to find. So, gotta put our headphones on and sweep it. So, shotgun shell. The guy, watched his video. Forget his name. He called that a head stamp. And something on it that he could tell the date. Let me know. Leave me a message. I'm interested. I save all these. If you want them, message me. I'll send you all my shotgun shells. I just save them. I just save them and put them in old mason jars. You know, it looks good for display. And someday somebody's gonna want to collect old shotgun shells, and I have thousands of them. All right, moving on. See ya. Yeah, so I just moved that tree. Just rearranging some furniture out here. Got a 50 signal right there. It's a little bouncy, but bumped up to 60 too, so let's see what we get. Yep, we get us a nice old piece of metal that we can't do anything with. Too bad the iron rates aren't so great for scrapping. You know, you can't do anything with that. Yeah, you can throw that in the scrap pile, because that's just nothing. Okay, yep. Alright, see ya. Got a solid 73 signal. I hope that wasn't, yep, that's copper, scrap, so that was probably giving me that signal. Alright, that's nothing. Scrap. Well, I'll rescan it. See ya. Yeah, so I rescanned it, it's still giving me a signal. I don't know if it's in this little dirt pile or in the ground there. But it did sound like there was a couple signals here in this area. So, let's just go ahead and knock out a chunk of dirt there and see what else comes up. Yeah, could you imagine me at a schoolyard with a hole like that? That's why I don't search schoolyards. It's not my cup of tea. No. I used to. And when I first started, yeah, I went out to the schoolyards. Of course. That's what all new detectorists do. Search the schoolyards. That stuff's just not old enough for me. That copper wire would definitely give me a signal, but I don't think that's what I was hearing. That's what I was hearing. Yeah. Just an old piece of can. Yep. Okay, makes sense now. Make sure you get all these little pieces out of there, or else you're going to be hearing it again when you come back and start picking smaller signals. Okay, moving. See ya. Well, I had a really shaky signal. I wasn't going to put this on video, but then it popped up, and it looked kind of neat, so I wanted to share it with you. Huh. Yeah, no, I've never found anything like that. Couldn't even tell you what it goes to. Definitely bent, it looks like, maybe. Or maybe it was supposed to be like that. I don't know. Interesting. It kind of reminds me of the top of a pole, like a fence pole or something. What do you think? Huh. I'll check that out later. We'll clean it up and see. I don't know if that's bent. It kind of looks like it was supposed to be that way. Interesting piece. Save it. Clean it up. Somebody can display that. Moving on. Nice 79 signal in an area I've searched probably at least 100 times. But you know what? When I say that, that means something, because we pulled out so much stuff out of here that now you can start hearing those other things. So the more you search, hint, hint, the more you pull out, hint, hint, the slower you go, hint, hint. The more relics you find, and the better relics you find. Yeah, look at that. Looks like a broken shoe. That's a big wide one. Horseshoe. Nice. It's got some age to it. I don't keep the broken ones. I have no reason to keep the broken ones. That's an interesting call. Sounds like a crow or a blackbird or something. Alright, let's move on, find some more stuff. See ya. Got a 50 signal. Ah, this is working out really, really well. Yeah, it's a good relic day, for sure. Lots of nice signals. Didn't sound that deep. I like it when they just pop out at me. But I'm not gonna get that today, am I? A 50 signal. Huh. Can't imagine it was that big nail. Alright, let's sweep it. Let's get that nail out of there. Don't need to hear that. 50, 50, 50, 50. Let's see what a 50 is. Now I'll have to switch it to relic mode. It's probably iron. I hope it wasn't hearing that nail. Oh, it's tiny. There it is. Casing. Yeah, broken casing. Little. That's what I'm talking about. Finding those little things like that. Nice. Can't do that when there's big chunks of iron in the ground. So, yeah. Well, so my battery on my camera is telling me it's time to quit. It's starting to flash at me. Batteries. See if I can figure out. Yep, there we are. See my motorcycle way back there? Riding a motorcycle, a dual sport, is ideal for what I do, because you can get right back to these sites in the middle of the woods, and yep, easy as easy. Oh, well, that was a good day. So let me come over here and I'll do a little wrap up and show you what we found. So, all right, we'll see you then. Yeah, so besides the iron that I found, that's in my bag. I'm not going to pull that out. And the square snuff canister, which was really cool. Can't wait to clean that up. There's parts of trees falling. Yeah, not bad. Not bad considering how many times I've been here. 2 years. It's been 2 years of coming in and out of this site. And I'm still pulling up stuff. Significant stuff, too. Check it out. So here, we found that piece right there. And there's the other piece to it. We have 2 of them. I just left that here because I didn't know what it was. But now that I have 2 of them, I'm going to keep it. And that's what I mean about, you know, putting things aside and not, I didn't throw that away. You know, I didn't scrap it. I set it next to a tree. I knew where it was. I came back and I got it. So now I have 2 of those and some shotgun shells, and we got that last piece that I pulled up. And this here that has a date on it, or at least a stamp, a couple stamps on it, which is cool. We'll figure that out. I'm not sure what it is. Got a nice complete bottle, which is the very first bottle I've pulled up out of here. Oh, no, wait. That's my second bottle. I did pull a cork top out of here once. It was laying on the surface many trips ago. Got a nice Boyd's cap. Got this spoon that can be dated, and that's what I'll do when I get home. I'll clean this up and I'll check out the pattern and any writing on it and see if we can get a date on that. And what I thought was a valve stem cap, I don't think it's a valve stem cap any longer. I know that one is for sure, but this one I don't think so. It might be to something else. Not a Model T. That's Model T. You see the size of it? It's awful small, and it's a lot thinner than the Model T. So we'll have to research that and figure it out. But it's definitely a valve stem cap. Just don't think it's Model T. And we have this button. I can't read it yet. We'll clean it up. And that nice little knife. Big old square now. I like the shape of that. I'll keep that. We got those 2 little things right there. Not sure what they are. Maybe pieces to furniture or something. Not sure. Figure that out too. Hopefully someday. In this ring. And a couple horseshoes. Yeah, it was a good hunt. You know, anytime I can get in here and search and look around, it's a good hunt. And the relics are decent still. So, you know, the targets are getting harder to find for sure. So we're getting right down to that where you gotta pinpoint everything. It takes time. You can cover a whole mess of ground and, you know, hear nothing good. But you know, that's fine. You know, I've cleaned out plenty of home sites, and you know, it takes a long time to get all the relics out, especially a house site like this that, you know, dates back most likely to the 1850s, and it looks like the house activity ended in the 1940s. So that's 90 years of occupation. So, and that's 90 years of history right there. So, and plus, you know, it's 2018. So anything that you find is going to be old here, which is good. All right. But, yeah, so I had a good time. I hope y'all had a good time. And hey, if you don't understand something I do, like digging holes and leaving the holes, I don't pack them down. I don't manicure my holes and stuff, especially in the woods. And I know I'm coming back. I want to be able to see where I last dug. That's key. And two, I want that water to get into that hole when it rains, expand that hole and loosen up the soil around it. That helps me find targets better. Through experience, I know this. And, also, when I was running my tree service, I researched soil science. I had to. It was part of my job. You had a tree that was suffering, you do root treatments. I would go around the whole entire tree and I would take out soil chunks. I'd go down 6 inches by 2 inches, 2-inch round by 6-inch holes. I had a tool that did that, and I would fill those holes up with sand and a little bit of peat moss. And what that did is that when it rained, it was like a cup of water, but all over around the whole entire tree. What happens is when it rains, it fills up that hole and it expands and softens and loosens up the rest of the soil. And it also allows a nice spot for the tree roots to come and feed. So it rejuvenates trees. But it's also helpful in metal detecting. When you dig a big hole like I'm digging 8-inch to 10-inch holes by 8-inch to 10-inch round. That's a big hole. If I packed it down tight and when it rained, it wouldn't do anything. I don't want it to just be the way it was before I dug it up. When I dig a hole up, that's my opportunity to allow the soil to be treated by natural process, by the rain and the water and the saturation of the soil around it. And it really does help when you're looking for relics like I do. So, but I don't recommend you leaving holes unpacked at schools and playgrounds. No, that would be a bad idea. And yes, I do know the metal detector's code, and thanks for that. But one thing, as professionals, as decent human beings, before we go to name calling, like a sloppy digger, let's try to understand why people do the things they do. And most of the time, give them some credit. Most of the time, it's not because they don't understand what they're doing. It's because they're doing it for a purpose, a reason. And it's your lack of understanding that results in name calling and stuff like that. So if you could just, message and ask questions instead of name calling, that would be great. Get plenty of comments, and the negative comments I don't really care about anyway. I usually don't respond to them, but everybody has their own opinion on how things are supposed to be done. But I don't care how things are supposed to be done. I do them the way I need to do them to get what I need to do. So, and I do very well at it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next hunt.